External, waterfall, day. Above the falls, 20 yards upstream, a wall of large rocks lie across the river. Further upstream, the river plows along with gentle force. On the near side of the rocks, the water churns into a narrow channel of smooth rock before falling 30 feet to the lake below. On the rocks, Jasper and Jeff sat, picked splinters and spears from their arms and legs. Noise from the woods across the water. They tense. Cobber, Bree, and Gary emerge from the woods, spot Jasper and Jeff, and wave. Jeff, Sato, Gary? The three make their way to the rocks. Jasper, Gary? Gary, in the flesh. Jeff, a lot less of it. Looking good. We thought, Gary, yeah, that I was dead. I hear that a lot. I'm not. The new arrivals sit on the rocks and check their numerous rooms. Gary, I thought I was dead, but I just fell asleep, I guess. I woke up inside a fish that had washed ashore. Jasper, no shit. Gary, I think it choked to death trying to swallow me. Bree, but we checked your pulse, Gary. Hard to find on a fat man. Trust me, I'm alive and feeling better than I have in years. Cobber, where have you been all this time? Gary, searching for the camp, sleeping in caves and logs. A tiny spear smashes into Gary's arm. He looks at it, pulls it out. Gary, damn, he's hurt. A chorus of angry, shouting voices. Men hewn by the dozens emerge from the woods on either side of the water. All carry small spears or tiny bows and arrows. Cobber looks from side to side, then behind him. Cobber, over the falls. Jeff, are you crazy? Bree, I'm not falling for you. Cobber, I think you are. Jasper, he's right. There's no other choice. Jasper jumps into the roaring channel of water behind the rocks. He hollers as it brushes him along the smooth stones and throws him over the ledge. Gary and Jeff follow. Cobber jumps in front of Bree, takes 4 small arrows in his shoulder. He grimaces. Cobber, go! Bree, I'll go when I'm damn good, and Cobber pushes Bree gently but firmly into the channel. She is whisked away over the falls. 2 dozen men jump to the rocks and tackle Cobber. He falls halfway in the water. The men hold him by the arms in the air. The water splashes over him, chokes him as they frantically beat a pixie-covered arm over his head to dislodge himself. 6 pixies are dug into the rocks with their tiny feet, straining to hold the 2 pixies that grasp Cobber's hair with both hands. Cobber's hand smashes into one of the pixies that grips his hair. The pixie flies over the rock, dragging the holders with him. The remaining pixies can't hold the string. They let go. Cobber slides along the channel, carried by the furious water to the falls. He reaches the edge, cascades over in the roaring foam, and sails out over the lake, screaming, "Shit!" Cobber plunges into the water, knocking loose the few pixies still holding on. He swims to the surface. Jasper and Jeff are downstream on the shore, poking spears at half dozen wet pixies. Bree climbs out of the water. Gary struggles to stay afloat a few feet from Cobber. Cobber grabs him and pulls him ashore. Bree watches, impressed. The group meets by the river as Jasper skewers the last of the pixies. Jasper points into the woods. Jasper, this way. Cobber, no, we'll follow the river down. Jasper, that's where it's going. Cobber, but they don't like the water. Gary, I'm not a huge fan either. Cobber, it gives us some protection. They can ambush us too easily in the forest. Bree, I'm not being caught again. They painted me. Cobber, looks hot. Jasper, Jeff, and Gary, not. Jasper, then let's go. Cobber leads the way along the banks of the river, follows it downstream. Bree follows, then Gary and Jeff. Jasper brings up the rear, watches behind him. External, camp, day. It rains hard under dark skies. The camp is devastated. Tents are ripped to pieces, hang from trees and bushes. The fire is out, the wood scattered on the beach. A piece of tent with a close-up of a woman's painted lips hangs in a tree. The wind blows another piece of tent with a condom picture back and forth across the lips. The production tent is gone, no sign of the outhouse, generator, or any of the support equipment. In its place, a makeshift tent of plastic, sticks, and scraps. Alan sits on the sand in front of the tent, a spear in one hand, camera wrapped in plastic in the other. Rain splashes off his wide-brim hat. Racine crawls out from the crude tent, sits beside Alan. Racine, we're gonna need to build an ark if this rain don't stop. Alan keeps the critters away. Racine glances at the bite marks on her arm. Racine, they'll be back. They think I'm a Hershey boy. Alan laughs, gives her a look. Alan, you do look delicious. Racine hides a smile. Racine, you've been out in the rain too long, white boy. Movement in the woods. Alan and Racine stare. Copper, Bree, Jasper, Jeff, and Gary emerge from the tree line. Stop as the correct. Exhausts at the wrecked camp. Alan runs to meet him. Racine into tent. Bree is back. Courtney off screen. Oh, good. Somebody should tell Jasper so they quit searching. The group walks to the tent. Alan, the first wave was only a dozen, but when they came back, there were hundreds. Bree, they can't be the same ones that captured me. Copper, so there may be thousands. How did you beat them back, Alan? We didn't. The rain did. Racine, not before I kicked me a dozen little booty balls. Jeff, booty balls? I'm off rescuing a white princess and missing out on booty balls. Racine, it's like furry soccer. Alan, except they scream. Copper surveys the wreckage. Copper, they take anything when they trash the place? Alan, they didn't wreck it. That was Brad and Nancy. As soon as you left, they called crew in from the ship, dismantled the camp, and split. Racine, howdy dice, come back, bitch. Copper gazes out on the water. Alan, it's gone. They're gone. I hid what I could. Racine notices Gary for the first time. Racine, but Gary's not dead. Jeff, I ain't Gary. He certainly isn't. Gary, long story. Jasper was dead or asleep, got eaten, reborn, or woke up and living on cooked pixies. That's the short version. Gary, except the cooking part. Courtney, checking out Gary. You should sell your diet plan. Copper, I'm starving.